who has supported great people for elective office, whether it's local or on the state level. What you've seen happen in the last 10 years in the state of Tennessee, when we flipped from one party to the other party being Republican, and the successes we've had with businesses growing, with expansions of jobs and opportunity, improving education from 49th to 31st in the country, there's still a long way to go. But making it where people now are wanting to move into Tennessee, bring their jobs into Tennessee, we accomplished that in 10 short years. And it started with Governor Haslam when he was elected. It has continued now with Governor Lee when he's come in. And let me just tell you, it is wonderful to have a governor who owned a business, who operated a business, who knows what it means when you have to sit down and make the tough choice of having to do this or that and not cutting corners, but doing what he feels is right. And the thing about Governor Lee that I like a lot is he's a man of faith. And so when he makes tough decisions, you know that he's doing it because that's the way that he feels, and that he has the compassion in the heart to move in that direction. And so it's been an honor to work with him and watch how he's led during these difficult times. If you look at the cards that he was dealt when he was elected 2 short years ago, when he came in and we had multiple floods. We had the tornado that came all the way from Nashville to Cookeville. We kind of got through that. We kind of settled in. That was after he had to present his first budget, set up his cabinet. All that was at the same time. And then we had to go through a pandemic. And I feel like he has led us through this pandemic to allow us to keep the principles of liberty and freedom, parental choice, and your ability to make decisions for yourself and your family. And so I think Governor Lee has done a lot of great things. I look forward to seeing what the future will be with him. I think we're going to continue to have a bright future here in Tennessee. Please, let's give a warm welcome to our great Governor, Bill Lee.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I'll tell you what, I get to talk to and deal with governors all over the country, and I am incredibly fortunate to have working alongside me in the General Assembly 2 men that I consider my friends, 2 men that I consider profound public servants, 2 men who are totally committed to doing what is right by the people of this state and the people they serve. I can't tell you how fortunate we are in Tennessee to have Cameron Sexton as the Speaker, to have Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally, to have this quality, these type men leading. I can't tell you. And that's why I'm here tonight, is because I just want to, magnify my voice to the voices that say these men are the reason that our state is where it is today. And the members of the legislature that we work with every single day, and I know there's several over here, and they're citizen legislators who sacrifice a lot to go to the Capitol and to serve on your behalf. So it's an honor to walk alongside and work alongside you men, and I'm grateful for it, and you men and women in the General Assembly. What a beautiful spot this is. It's a reminder to me of how unique Tennessee is. And it's not just unique, it's a beautiful place. The people here are different. The spirit that we have here is different. The faith that we have here is different. The values and the principles and the things that make this state the greatest state in the country are unique to Tennessee. I've learned that as I've traveled across the country and interacted with people all over the country in this job I now have. It was an honor to become the governor, but now that I know the uniqueness of our state, it's the highest honor I have to serve in this spot we have. We are in a uniquely difficult spot. I mean, we've been through, like Cameron said, floods and tornadoes and civil unrest and bombings and economic collapse and economic return and a pandemic that goes on and on and on. And And then we have things that hit us, seems like on a weekly basis, like the tragedy in Humphreys County. Y'all, I was down there last week, and let me tell you, that's one of the most devastating sights I've ever seen for a small town in Tennessee. When 20 people die in a town of 5,000, it is hard to watch and hard to see. But I'll tell you what else. I went on Sunday. The flood occurred on Saturday. I went on Sunday. Went back on Wednesday. And I was traveling with someone from Washington, D.C., the head of FEMA. And she remarked how astonished she was, how hopeful the people in that community were. And I told her, I said, that's what you get in Tennessee when you have tragedy that intersects with hope. And Tennessee has poured out in enormous ways into Humphreys County and Waverly, just like they did for the tornadoes, just like they do over and over again. And by the way, our hearts should, and please pray for the family of the soldier, Ryan, who was killed, the young man from Knoxville, who was killed in the Afghanistan tragedy the other day. The heartache that their family must feel as their 23-year-old son gave his life for all of us in the fight against evil. Our hearts are near with him and with his family, and please pray for them tonight. I can't imagine the heartache and the grief that they're going through. But I say all of that. It's a hard season, but you all have been through hard seasons before. Tennesseans know how to be resilient in the midst of that. And God is a redeemer. And he takes the most difficult things in our personal lives. He takes the most difficult things in our state, in our country, and as we commit them to him, he uses those for transformation. It happened in my personal life. It's happened in yours. I'm sure you have testimony of that. That's why I have so much hope for where this state is going right now. Besides the fact that because of the General Assembly and the principles and the values that are being upheld, and the commitment to the things that change people's lives, safety, security, opportunity, economic prosperity. A couple of bright notes in the midst of the challenges we face. 7 states in America had positive economic returns from 2020 April to 2021 April. Only 7 states, and Tennessee was one of them. And that's because we've had a long history and a continued commitment to low debt, virtually no debt as a state, to low taxes, 3rd lowest tax per capita state in America, to making certain that we create a business-friendly environment, to investing in things like vocational education so our kids, all of our kids, will have skills necessary to work and to develop workforce development. That's why companies and people are coming here in record numbers, and you know it. Tennessee is one of the top states, destination states for people and for companies right now, and it's because they see something they like. And I believe, and I've said this before, what I think regular people see from the extreme left and from Washington, D.C. in this country right now, what I think regular people see, they see that and it scares them. And they're looking for a place that reminds them that America hasn't lost its way. And that would be Tennessee. And that is not because the governor does something in the Capitol. It's because the people in this state serve, live, work, play, worship in their communities. But they're committed to making sure that this remains a beacon of security and opportunity and freedom. And we couldn't do so without all of these men and women that we work together with every day. So I've said enough. It's hot and the sun's in your face, but I get up in front of a group of people in a beautiful spot like this, and I kind of just want to go, y'all, we are really, really fortunate to be Tennesseans, and we need to remind ourselves of that. My wife, Maria, is standing right back here, First Lady of Tennessee. That's right. And I'll close with this. We get up every day, and we do we do commit, through prayer, we commit to ask God for wisdom and discernment, to make decisions hard and small, big and small, to serve the people of this state. And she and I are very grateful for the privilege you've given us to do this. And in spite of the good and bad days that come with it, it is the highest honor I have to serve. And I'm grateful to be in the spot to serve you as you serve your neighbors. Thank you very much.